How are you? Hope I find you well. So today we want to look at correction of errors. Yeah, it's one of those topics that many struggle with. Okay, but what I want you to know is that it is important to know to identify the error first that has occurred and to know the right thing to do to correct the error. Let's look at this one, number three, that we have from the paper we've been doing from May, June 2022. Moss is a trader. The totals of his balance at 30 April 2022 did not agree, and the difference was placed in a suspense what? Account. Moss later discovered the following errors. Commission received 96. He had been debited to the discount received account. The entry to the bank account was correctly made, which means here we have to remove this $96 from the discount received account where it was debited. And to remove it from there, we actually have to credit our discount received account. So which means now we are actually so sure of what we have to do first. We have to remove the 96 from the discount what? Received account. As you can see, as I have already done for you here. So discount received account has been credited, right? Why did we credit it? We credited it so that we remove the $96 that was debited in error. And then we do the right thing of doing what now? The right thing is now to credit the commission what? Received account. So the commission received account is also credited with how much? With the 96 that we see here. Remember, commission received is an income account. So we credit our income account the same way we do credit our accounts such as rent receivable account or amounts we receive, we put them on the credit side. So the total of the two, since these both are on the credit side, it means now we have to have a debit balance. So what do we have here? We're going to be debiting our suspense with 192. So that error has been solved, isn't it? Then error number two was that a total of the sales journal for April 2022, which was 1,258, was transferred to the sales account as 2,185. So, in other words, what that means is that our sales account was overcast by how much? By the difference of 2,185, all right, minus 1,258. So it was overcast by 927. And remember, in the sales account, this overcast amount is on the credit side. So we need to reduce it. So to reduce it, what do? We have to debit our sales account. We debit our sales what? Account with 927. That's exactly what I've just done for you to save time here. Sales account, debit 927. And what do we do with what is the credit balance? The credit balance goes to the suspense account 9 what? 27, like this. So that error has been solved. Then another error was error number three. Error number three reads a check payment for motor expenses 77 had been omitted from the bookkeeping records. So for this one, it doesn't require your suspense. Why? Because we simply have to do the right thing here. And the right thing is to make sure that we debit our motor expenses account with 77 and credit our bank account because this amount was paid through bank. It's an electronic transfer. So that is exactly what we have just done here. Motor expenses, debit 77, right? And then what did we do? We credited our bank, isn't it? Which is the right thing to do. So the bank account has been credited with the 77. So that error has been corrected. Then also another error, which is error number four, involved petty cash. They are saying that a payment by electronic transfer of 135 was recorded as a payment in the petty cash book. Remember, the petty cash book, that's where we're using money in the cash book in the cash box to pay for expenses. So this was an electronic transfer. It was not paid by petty cash. It was paid by the bank. So this was recorded incorrectly in the petty cash book on the credit side. Okay, so what do we do here? We have to make sure that we debit our petty cash to put back the amount and do the right thing of crediting the what? The bank. But this amount was paid by bank. That is how this error was corrected here. Petty cash, debit 135 to make sure that we put it back. and then credit what? Bank. But this amount was paid by bank. Okay. Then the other error also included what? This one was a payment we received, an invoice we received from Tracy of 160 was credited to the account of Tracy. So the right thing was supposed to be us crediting Tracy's account of 160. So we have to remove this 160 from Stacy's account, which was credited, by debiting Stacy and crediting what? And crediting who? And crediting Tracy. So that is exactly what we have just done here in this account. So Stacy debited to correct the error, to eliminate the amount, and then we actually credited Tracy with 160. So I want you to know that it's the errors that actually what? That actually involve suspense that are going to be transferred to the suspense account. Like for example here, the one about commission and discount received, the 192 has to go on the debit side of the suspense account, and the sales here, 927 has to go on the credit side of the what? Of the suspense. No other expense, I'm sure here, yes, goes to the suspense account. So let us meet in the next video where we're going to be learning about how to do the suspense account. Thank you. So we are still continuing. I think you see from the first part of this question, we did the correction of errors, and we saw that there are some errors that are supposed to go into our into our suspense account. One of them is the commission received and the discount received. The total of 192 has to be on the debit side of our what? Of our suspense. And we also have the sales that are supposed to be on the credit side of 927. That's only what we have, which means the difference between the two is supposed to be our balancing figure. That becomes the difference in the trial what? In the trial balance. So on the credit side, I think you saw we actually have sales on our credit side. So we're going to put our sales there in the sorry. So we actually have sales on the credit side, and the sales are basically how much? Our sales, if we check here, they are 927. They are on the credit side. So we're going to put 927 on the credit side. So we have 927 there. The sales, how much are they? 927. Then do we have anything else on the credit side? No, we don't. We have discount received, I'm sure, here, and commission received on the what? On the debit side. So this total 192 has to go on the debit side. So we go to the debit side of our trial balance of our suspense payment, sorry. So we're going to have discount. We're going to have discount received here. So discount received. And we also have commission what? Commission received again on the same side. So we have commission received. So all these are basically how much? They are basically 96, right? On which side? On the debit side. So on this side, we have our 96 there, and we have 96 there as well. 96. Why? Because I think if you go there, you see that the total of 192, which is the total of the two, has to be on this side. I think from here, you can see it's 192 the total. So we just put these two, isn't it? They're the one that are giving us 192 that is on the debit side. So if you try and balance this thing now, okay, the difference is going to be the what? The difference in the trial balance, which is actually going to be here, I'm sure, because here we have 192. So here we have difference in the what? Difference in trial what? Let me just call it in TB so that I don't waste time. So we have 192. So here we're going to balance it by, we have 927. That's the bigger figure that we have. And then it's still the same amount here. 9 what? 927. So if you say 192 minus 927, it gives you 735. So 735 becomes our what? Our difference in the what? In the trial balance. So 735. So we balance it like that. So that's how we do it. So sales, because they're on the credit side, we just put them there because we said we credit suspense. And the same applies to discount received and commission received. We said we debit suspense, so we put them on their side there. We debited them, and the difference, the balancing figure is the difference in the trial balance. So this thing balance at 927, 927. Sometimes they give you the difference in the trial balance, which means therefore in that particular scenario, your suspense account has to just balance because you can't be marked OF the your own figure because the trial balance difference is already given for you. So that is how you actually do the suspense accounts. Thank you very much for watching. Check again for the next video. We're just continuing revising this paper together. Please subscribe, follow, like, and share. Thank you.